Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we have Dheeraj Chowdhury with us. Now, let's start by introducing him. Dheeraj, introduce yourself to the audience, both through the LinkedIn and the YouTube. Please.
Yeah, definitely. So, hi guys, this is Dheeraj Chowdhury, and what I would say, I'm really excited to be here on Sandip Das YouTube channel as well as LinkedIn Live. So, it's a very good opportunity to interact with like-minded folks from cloud computing DevOps domain who are very well connected with Sandip. And trust me, my journey over here, Sandeep especially invited me for this live podcast. He wanted me to share my experience with all of his audience. So just waiting forward for the questions because still I don't know what kind of questions Sandeep is going to ask. I'm a bit afraid that I hope I would be able to answer all the
Don't worry, it's
questions.
not that tough. This is very simple ones.
Yeah.
Now, okay, is it what easy? I mean, the journey. Now, what the journey I'm talking about, by the way, it is a journey of first AWS Community Builder, then AWS Hero. I mean, of course, Hero, and then AWS Ambassador, and there is HashiCorp Ambassador. What am I missing something?
Uh, AWS user group leader, you mean
Oh,
to say?
that's I think beginning I've said. Okay,
Yeah.
so just okay, so just let's just understand what is your like motivation, how you start, and everything, please.
So I would say that I started 3 years back, 2 to 3 years back, by becoming a community builder. To be honest, I was not a big fan of community. I don't know what exactly the community is. I didn't knew that on this
A bit
professional forum.
loud because
Yeah.
people are saying it's not sound enough. Not
Okay.
enough. So
So
loud.
uh, guys, if you cannot hear, please make sure that you drop a message, and we are very well able to see that. So we would really appreciate, and thank you for highlighting that.
Yes, Vinu. Thank you,
Yeah,
Vinu.
yeah,
Vinu is very good. Give
yes.
feedback.
So I hope, yeah.
Cloud voice. Thank
Okay.
you, Bhavesh.
Thank you. So I started with my community journey onto by the program of AWS Community Builder 3 years back. So once I joined the Community Builder program, it was the second year of Community Builder program. It started 1 year before I joined. So when I joined, I started connecting with people across the globe. So that was one of the very big benefit, which actually helped me understand that how you can network within different people of different part of the globe uh, into community. That is one thing. Now, as part of Community Builder program, they were actually looking forward for us to write blogs, create some knowledgeable content which would help people. So from there, the journey got started. So once the journey got started, I started on Hashnode. I started writing my blog. So today I am almost going to touch 2 lakh views on my
Wow.
Hashnode blogging website. And then I started YouTube channel. So usually I started by talking about the generic topics as a blog, but later on AWS Community Builder program kept on training us that we should create that kind of content which will bring more values. So as I am working as a IT professional, from I have 10 plus years of experience. So I in my daily day-to-day job, I encounter with a lot of
AWS,
problems,
of course.
errors, for
Production level
which many a
problems that
times
you
you
mentioned.
don't get any blogs or any Stack Overflow answers. So I started writing blogs around that. And when I was in Community Builder, so there are different Slack channels for different niche like containers. Then it would be security. Then it would be cloud operations. So I joined all the groups to understand that what kind of questions people ask to increase my knowledge, so that I can also get into that domain to get into more details. Then some people used to say that I am not able to achieve this thing. So I have one of the blog in which I created a Boto3 script which used to run in the maintenance window. It used to capture all the CloudWatch alarms, list that as part of one file, and later on it will stop that specific CloudWatch alarms. Once the maintenance window is up, it will again go ahead and start all those alarms which were stopped. So that was one idea that I got while I was discussing into the forum of AWS Community Builder. So now I just spoke about what I learned, but the things that I was implementing, it was the byproduct of the AWS Community Builder program. So 1 year went into that, and my blogs kept on increasing. The content was going to next level based on the experience that I was getting. Then after that, in the next year, I got into AWS User Group program.
Wow.
So
So
that
you were first AWS Community Builder,
yes,
and then you were the group leader.
yes,
Okay, it's a reverse journey. So normally what I've seen is the community, group leader first, and then maybe other programs. So it's different for you. Then.
yeah. So
Great.
before I became AWS user group leader, actually last year I started my journey into AWS user group Pune community. So I joined around July, where the community was not that active because of COVID. But from July it was, if you see, it is a roller coaster ride. Every month there is a event, and trust me, apart from the date the events started till now, whatever events I have been part of or co-organized, I have actually attended all the events till date. So that was one of the fascinating part of user group community, because I like to network with people and I learn a lot. So once I became the part of AWS user group program, then I started with the volunteering. So I used to volunteer for small things to big things. I used to learn from other people. So over there, once while I was into AWS user group program, then I got a very good mentor, uh, one of my best friend nowadays, Vishal Alat.
Vishal
And
Bhai.
yeah,
Vishal
and
Bhai, if you're watching, thank you.
so that thing. And I got one more very good mentor, which was Ridhima Kapoor. So when I got in connect with Ridhima Kapoor,
One point here, she's really good what she does, and she helps as a community in a great effort.
yes,
I will say, because I have seen, because it's my opinion. Okay, I've seen people, and she put the real efforts.
yes, and the beauty of me being having that kind of mentor, she's very straight. So if I am doing something, I reach out to her that I'm trying this. She's not biased. She will say it is right or wrong,
Yeah, just straight cut.
up to the point, straight to the mark, which helped me to grow. So that mentorship from her in communities was really helpful.
Right.
So I actually start growing day by day in terms of user group. I was also writing the blog. I was also writing the YouTube. So at that time, I was part of two parallel programs. One was AWS user group, and one was AWS Community Builder. Okay,
Yes.
but my main, I would say, still being a developer, my main gist of lying into community was over there, I would say. Then gradually, I moved more towards doing events. So last year,
Not last year. I mean, from 2 years, man. I mean, I was invited. I think you invited
oh,
us and many people.
yes,
It's a very good gathering
yes,
where I think I talked about AWS and I think Terraform and all that. A lot of people was there. It's a huge event. And
yes,
then last year, this is like, थोड़ू फोड़ू बोल सकते हैं
yes,
कि
yes.
it was huge success, I would say. Big event.
Yeah, so it was all part of learning. So when I became a part of AWS user group, and when I started being a leader in last year, which was in February, I became the one of the lead along with Vishal. Toshal was already driving the community previous that as a lead. So when I went into the communities part, actually I was analyzing what kind of people are coming in, what are their expectations, what they are looking for. Three things. So previously when I started, the crowd was mixed. It was students and it was professionals,
Professional,
right?
of course.
Later on, I thought I saw that the focus towards community was shifting. There is a new program, AWS Cloud Club, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So that Cloud Club program is now focusing more towards students.
More the
right?
student part, yes.
So that student comes start from scratch, and they can go to the intermediate
Yes.
level, right?
Right.
But for professionals, they are already onto the
Already
intermediate
that
level.
community builder is
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah. So for professionals, they are already onto intermediate level, and they need advanced level content.
Yes. Based on the experience level, the
Yes,
content will
yes.
be different.
So these kinds of learning started coming into picture day by day while hosting the events. So that was one thing that I learned. Now, while doing
We got our well wishes. So I also met you in AWS Pune, also DevOps Pune.
oh,
It's over to you, man.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
I missed that event.
okay. So what we did is last year in October we hosted one of the event that was a AWS Community Day. So Vishal was there along with me. So what I learned from community is it's always uh, You cannot say me.
Yeah, it's we
Yeah,
always.
it's we.
It's always we.
Okay. So it was a very roller coaster, a big roller coaster ride for me and Vishal, because while we did that event, we were targeting to host 1,000 people as part of that ACD.
That's no easy
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
That's no easy
yeah.
thing, to be
So
honest.
so the roller coaster ride
Hmm.
started when we sent out notification asking people to join as volunteers.
Hmm.
Now people have joined as volunteers. We got 150 plus entries
Wow.
for volunteership.
Hmm.
So we were actually amazed with the response of people volunteering from Pune.
And
Who
I'll
wanted to
pause you there,
volunteer.
okay? Because I was, there, not in all, but most of the I was there, and people didn't sleep for a single hour,
Yes.
including you. I know, like they're asking, "Dada, you go to sleep. We have work to do," and they worked day and night.
Yes.
And they should know the hardship that a community leaders go through by arranging all that.
So this time when we did, so
Hmm.
we actually implemented a good model.
Hmm.
So previously, uh, me, I have been traveling as a
Hmm.
speaker also,
Hmm.
and providing talk into multiple
Right.
ACDs which are having in different cities.
Yes.
So actually, I was learning from all of them.
Hmm.
Okay, so I learned from different user groups that where they are going right,
Hmm.
that I should do, and where they are going wrong, that I should improve.
Avoid. I
Yeah,
mean, not improve.
yeah,
Of
I should
course.
improve. And whatever things that I saw was going wrong, I used to check, talk with them
Hmm.
that, sir, I saw that this thing went in another direction, and they used to say, yes, you're right. How then I used to ask them, what is your view, how we you could change that,
Hmm.
so that people should not get that
Hmm.
problem again. So that kind of learning was continuous. It is still going on. Okay, so that learning helped us to do our biggest event, which was for
Community.
1,000, yeah,
Yes.
AWS Community
Yeah,
Day,
it was
that
great.
we did in October. So again, it was not me, it was we.
Yeah.
So we had a
All
very
together.
good team of what we say, volunteer leads, volunteers, and this time we were actually so close to each other. So we were talking on daily basis that what exactly we are going to do. So the volunteers that we had, you ask any volunteer, you catch any volunteer and ask him. We were having multiple tracks, right? Track one for generative AI and data analytics, track two for DevOps, track three for open source and all. You ask any of any of our volunteer of
Volunteers.
Pune UG that which track we have to go. They will tell you that you have to go on the first floor, second floor, or you have to
They
go
know.
right.
They're
So
involved.
it was by heart. So
Hmm.
that kind of involvement we got from our volunteers and volunteer leads. Our volunteer leads, trust me, like we told them that this area, for example, for social media, this XYZ is a volunteer lead. That person is handling it. We are not going into that. We want them also to grow as a leader, because again, that was part of the learning. If you want to become a leader, you have to train someone who can come, step up, and
Exactly.
become a leader once you move ahead,
Hmm.
right? So it's a continuous learning
Yes.
process, because for example, suppose now today you are a volunteer, right? So if I am grooming you to become one of the lead, and if you're giving that 100% which is required to get on this position, so
Yes.
in that case, you are a different person, I'm a different person. When you will come up with a good
True.
and different ideas.
And in sense, it's today's volunteer, today's community members are the future leaders.
Yes.
Now, okay, how you become hero? Because I mean, we heard our experience about the community builder. That's why the posting the links, the articles, videos in YouTube and all that. And so community leader, you join the Pune group. You did give you all the effort, and I've seen that efforts because I was very near to you all these times. Now, what about the hero part? How did you become a hero?
So for hero, to be honest, I have also previously searched a lot. People are messaging me on LinkedIn that what is the process to become a hero. So I thought, let me see what exactly the
Yes,
process
because
is.
many are actually waiting for
Yeah,
that answer.
yeah.
No?
So there is no process.
Hmm.
It's all there are people
Hmm.
from AWS
Hmm.
who are looking at what you are doing exactly,
Exactly.
how you're contributing back to community, and in a selfless manner,
Yes.
right? So there are two types of contributors. Some contributors are more into commercial part,
Hmm.
but they have a very good reach. They do a fantastic
Hmm.
job. And some are only for this thankless activity where they are going ahead and they are sharing their knowledge.
Hmm.
So they see that what kind of people fits best for the community, who can take the community ahead, or what a person is doing, what kind of great contribution that person is doing. Because when I went to reinvent, I met a lot of heroes, And I asked them that
Wow.
how you became a hero. Okay.
They say the exact
Yeah.
same
So
thing.
everybody asked me that. So I told him,
Ah,
and they never spoke to anyone. But when I asked one of the guy, he was a DevTools hero. He said that he has done open source contribution.
wow.
He has a Git repo which
And
has
by the way, I
100
mean,
plus
before
stars.
we've been talking about when you're talking about this open source contribution, guys, we are talking about meaningful contribution
Yes.
and not XYZ and go come into the very popular depots and do. I will not use any bad
Correct.
language, but don't do anything bad there. Okay, if you are really want to do contribution, do, but the right way. Actually, that puts value. Don't go and do bad things because
Yes.
there has been a controversy on that also, right? You saw you Twitter, LinkedIn, and everywhere.
Yes. Yes.
So
So,
yes, that's one.
what I have seen
Mm.
from other heroes
Mm.
also when I met them and for me,
Mm.
so there was no target for us. So if you want to become a hero,
Mm.
if you go to anyone in AWS and ask
Mm.
that what is the process, there is no process.
Yes.
It's all about they have to see that hero thing inside you, and once they see that, then they reach
Now,
out
I
to you.
think one of the things is that, see, if you go to the Hero website
Hmm.
and there is a description,
Hmm.
those people who go above and beyond to help out the community, they become the hero. And you, I mean, you are watching, maybe from anywhere, okay, anywhere in the world. If you want to also become an AWS hero, just like us, there is no right or wrong way.
Hmm.
There is only one way. Help out people in the right way, and don't expect anything.
Yes.
And things will happen magically, to be honest. And like, the idea should be you are helping people, and maybe eventually we can become or will become a hero. But if you are only contributing to become a hero, you might never become one.
Yes.
That's what I've seen so far.
Yes. So, to be honest, when I have done all this contribution, I have been going and talking onto community events. So, for many people, companies
Mhm.
sponsor it, but for me, it was never any kind of sponsorship. I used to do all of it by myself. But the thing that I got in return is actually I made very good connections. Trust me now, in many of the cities when I go, and if even if I drop an tweet or a LinkedIn message that guys, I'm coming to that location, so people are welcoming with open arms. So they are like, please come, we want to meet you.
Hmm.
So that is what I got. So that is actually, you cannot buy that thing. It is all selfless. People are loving it. So the connect that you have, that is the reason you will see that I am not doing much of the virtual events.
Right. I
Okay.
mean, you are more into the. I mean, of course, you
Yes.
do virtually, but you're
Yes.
more into the
Yes.
physical meetup because that's there
Correct.
you get the people to people touch.
Yes, yes, and people to people connect is awesome. So as soon as I landed on Saturday in Kolkata,
Mm.
so at that time, Sandeep has kept. We were planning that how we can meet in a casual way, the
Exactly.
AWS enthusiasts, so that they can ask any questions. It should not be like I will go, I will give a talk, I will talk about
Mm.
any dev tool or any serverless thing. They will listen, they will ask two questions. It
Yes.
is done. So today we went. Yesterday we went. We met up with a lot of people, and they were asking question that I am working onto this profile. I want to change my profile. What should I do? What should be my path? And this is what experience that I have, and what are resources I should refer to. Is there any free resources from AWS, or is there any workshop things from AWS that I should learn? I want to get into communities. Where should I connect? So I met one person on that day, and they didn't knew that there is a AWS user group in Kolkata.
Wow.
So when we
I think
spoke with
yes, yes, yeah. I
yes,
mean, yeah. I
yeah,
was there. Sorry.
yeah. So when we spoke with them, and
Yes. Mm.
we told them that it is there, and they are very active. Every month they are doing
Mm.
one meetup. So I requested them that join that
Mm.
meetup. Very good people are running it,
People
and
might not know. By the way, just sorry for pausing,
uh,
but people might not know. But even I also started my journey with AWS from a user group only. I mean, not the work journey, but my community journey.
communities.
So I just I wanted to hire not I but the company wanted to hire one DevOps, not DevOps, cloud engineer on AWS because we were scaling. Okay, it is I'm talking about 8 years back. Okay, when I was developing application. So then we tried to find out, and then we ended okay. There is AWS certification, there AWS community there, and there are people who can help out without expecting anything. That was my starting with
Yes,
AWS community itself.
yeah. User groups are fantastic,
Fantastic, true.
I would say. So and nowadays actually, as AWS communities are expanding,
Hmm.
so I actually also attended few of the AWS Cloud Club events. I met Jen Looper, who is running the program. So good vibes and positive feelings that the kind of opportunity they are going to get as cloud club captains or cloud club volunteers, it's massive.
True.
So at our time we don't know that how to organize events. So I joined community at the age of 32 33, right? It's too late. i
Not
have
so late,
uh, i
man.
have seen people who are doing it from 20
Yes.
21, and right now if I call them and tell them that this event has to be done, trust me, that guy will get that
Hmm.
sorted for you in from all the ways. So that kind of knowledge that they have, that kind of networking that they have, and connects that they have. So they have not only grown personally, they have also grown professionally by making good connections onto LinkedIn, uh, as a person, or as a uh, or by showcasing his skill, that what all he knows, or by giving a tech talk. So many of the stuff I have seen from communities which actually elevate your professional journey from zero to hero. So that kind of thing, I would
Yes.
say.
Now, by the way, I mean, we'll talk. We come to our story of meeting, how we
Yeah,
met.
yeah.
But before even that,
Okay,
you
I missed that part. Yeah. So I
we
would.
will talk. We'll talk.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll talk on that. But before that, you are an international speaker.
Uh,
Okay, you go to different international, like many places, right? And you speak. Okay, how do you? What is the process of that? First of all, because many people don't know the process. Okay, and how do you prepare yourself? Because of course that requires preparation. And before even going to stage, how you prepare?
okay. So to be honest, the first thing which comes into a mind of a speaker is stage fear, right? So
True.
that they think that they actually fill the CFP, that I will come uh, that I will cover later what exactly CFP is. So first they see
Definitely.
that how many people are coming, and then they apply for CFPs
Mhm.
because they have a stage fear. They see that okay, if it's 100 people I can give, and if it is more than that, then how can I face such a big audience,
I
right?
mean, there are thousand, two
1,000 people,
thousand. They
yeah,
can
1,000,
reinvent, for
yes, yeah,
example.
reinvent.
Yeah.
So first of all, you don't have to
Mm.
think about the stage fear. What
Mm.
you have to actually think about is how what kind of content you're going to give. So for example, if I want to talk onto one ACD event, so when I went for Malaysia,
Mm.
so at that time in that ACD, as soon as the CFP opened, I applied for CFP. I made sure that in the CFP I am giving a topic which is of interest, which people would like to hear. The first thing. Second thing, after giving the topic, it is my responsibility to give a detailed description. So that detailed description is not like I will pick from ChatGPT or somewhere. I will actually try to help them understand that what I'm going to cover as part of a speaker,
Mm.
what I can show, what I can demo, what kind of knowledge I can share. Based on that, that is second point that they
Mm.
see. Third point, what talks you have given.
Mm.
So you have to list down,
Past experiences of
yes.
giving
So
talks,
past experience as a speakers. So these three things matters a lot
right?
because
But I want
yeah,
to pause you. I know a guy, not Roy, what is the name? I forgot.
Ritik.
Ritik, sorry. So Ritik is a student guy,
Hmm.
and he already traveled. Like I really love what he does,
Hmm.
and I think he's a DevRel. Even just getting, I think even when he was in college, he got the job. He's been terrific. So he, as a student, if he, without experience before, if he can get to talk, I think
Yes.
the student or professionals, even in professionals, if they're not the first time going to give talk, that is also possible. That's just to give that point. It's not like if you have given a talk, only you will get selected. That's not the case. Even if you don't have given the talk, but if your idea or the project or the presentation is good enough, impactful enough, they will still select you. That is important part. You should be remembering that. Yes.
Yes. So just you have to just make sure that
Yes.
you are to the point for
Hmm.
these three things. That is description, the second, the title,
Yes.
the description, and the third, last but not the least, what kind of talks you have provided. Okay. So when you start as a first time
Hmm.
speakers, many time you might get rejected, right?
Hmm.
So when you're getting rejected, you go ask one of your friends. This is my title. This is
Hmm.
description. Does that fascinates you to call me as a speaker?
Yes.
Because when we see ourselves in a mirror, we think that we are good,
Hmm.
but when we ask someone else that, do you think there is something wrong
Yes.
at my
Asking
end?
for feedback is good.
Yes.
Good thing.
So you take feedback from your friends, and genuine friends who is not
Yes.
going to tell you to make you happy, who will go and tell you, bhai ye sahi nahi hai,
Yes.
please change these things, it's not working out. So this kind of constructive
Hmm.
feedback you should keep
Yeah.
on taking.
You should be.
Yeah. So maybe from one of your friend, or maybe from the speaker
Hmm.
who is been giving talk
Already
for a very
experienced person.
yeah.
And there are many people, okay, if you just reach out to them, they respond.
Yes.
I'm not saying 100%, I mean 100 people you reach,
Yes.
they will respond, but at least one or two will respond, and that is good enough.
Yes.
Get started.
So it depends. See, if there is a very famous person, if
Hmm.
you ping him on LinkedIn, trust me, he might be
Hundreds.
getting hundreds of messages, right? So he might
Yes.
not respond you.
Yes.
So you don't have
That's
to
true.
get demotivated. Go ahead with some other person, and don't think that that person has not responded me. That means that person is
There
the
is
wrong
one,
person.
okay, there is nothing called
Yeah.
arrogance, nothing,
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, because I
Yeah.
also get hundreds of messages.
Okay.
You saw.
Yeah.
It's very hard to go through each and every message, but I want to, I really try to, but it's not possible
Correct.
practically. It's not like I'm arrogant or anyone is arrogant. It's like we try, but not possible humanly. Okay, we
Yes.
don't have a team. We are on one man army in general, right?
Yes.
We don't have that much money to, to do that.
Yes.
We are not course makers.
So
But anyway, so
see,
that is the
that
reason.
is also a big task, like
Mm.
creating a course, creating a crash course,
Yes.
creating some projects. It requires a lot of energy. So if you see anybody is doing it and sharing with you on YouTube or some other place, they are putting a lot of
A lot of
efforts.
efforts.
Respect
Yes.
them, love them, show them their love and support always, uh, because people are sharing free of cost what experience that they have, right?
Right.
So in that case, whatever YouTuber that person
Mm.
is, so everyone is not perfect.
Yes.
So the person who is going to release for first 5 to 10 videos on YouTube, it is going to be immature. Trust me, my starting videos were
Yesterday
immature,
I fumbled like
because
hell.
yeah, because you keep on learning.
Yes.
That is a learning phase. Once you go ahead and move to the next point, then you would be in that position that you will elevate that standard of yours of the video. So previously, suppose you were recording your video into 1080p, then you go to 2K, then you go to 3K, then 4K. You elevate your setup, right? You
Yes.
elevate the things that you have been using, you elevate your speech. So everything keeps on changing. So
Like I will give you
trust the
example. I will give you
process.
example. Okay. See, when I started, by the way, I'm from Bengali medium. Never been an English medium student. Never learned it. Okay. So what I learned is actually from talking with the foreign clients. Whatever I have learned. Okay. Because I was working with the foreign clients, mostly studios and something American. They speak fast, and I adapted speaking fast English, which is not good. We should be speaking slow and proper clearly. But it's a thing that will take time to develop, for even for me. So if there are people who takes a bit time, is okay, but I think they will learn eventually. After maybe 100 video, they will improve a lot,
Correct.
of course.
Correct.
So it will take time. You will be there. You just have to keep improving.
Yes.
If you are the content maker, and I mean, see, if anyone to become a hero or say write articles, they will like at the beginning it will be bad, of course. But if you keep doing it, you will become very good at it
And
eventually.
yeah, and one more thing I noticed that, see, uh, previously every time a hero has been coming up, getting declared from a very long time. So what I have seen that day by day, uh, the requirements for being a hero changes, right?
I mean, we don't
So
know for the
yeah,
requirement
no,
itself.
requirements means the kind of expectation, I would say.
Ajay,
The right word
expectation,
is
of course, because
expectation.
there is
Yeah.
many good
So
people out there.
yeah, suppose if you cannot compare,
Mm.
an apple to an apple. The reason for that is you will say that 10 years before this
Mm.
guy has become a hero, he has just written 5 blogs. Okay.
Yes.
I have
True.
written 10 blogs.
Why I'm
That
not
was
becoming?
10 years before.
Because that time there was no content to begin with. He
Correct.
was the first one to be making.
Yes.
Yes, that's a bit
So
different
yeah,
story.
and that time, now you
Mm.
search for any content,
You get it.
most of the content you will
Yes.
get on Stack Overflow or
Mm.
Medium, right?
Right.
Or Hashnode or different kinds
Mm.
of blogging website. But now there are still some gray areas that you should focus upon. If you are interested into that, like in terms of data engineering, in terms of machine learning does not, I am not saying like in machine learning you should focus more on to prompt based engineering, because for prompt based
Yeah.
engineering it is again a learning. There are good engineers and
I
people
think yeah,
coming
there
up.
is. I mean, of course, many people doing it.
Yeah,
Of
but
course,
when we talk about machine learning, it is not
it is
about the
different
prompt.
altogether.
Yeah.
Like
So
prompt engineering is not machine learning.
correct.
Machine learning is actually building the model, which do the prediction, which do the work.
Yes.
And prompt engineering is just sending some request and getting the response.
Correct.
That's what it does
Yes.
from the already built up model,
Yes.
which you didn't develop. So you are not a machine learning engineer.
Exactly.
You are the
Exactly.
prompt engineer.
Yeah.
That is the difference altogether.
So
Yeah.
nowadays I have seen people speaking about
Uh,
machine learning. They are interested about machine learning.
Mm.
If you are, you have to
Yes.
actually go through that process where you should know algorithms, you should know
Yeah.
Python or R language. You have to be a data scientist in some manner. Then you can go ahead and become a good machine learning
Yes.
engineer, because uh, you First, you have to understand that what kind of
Hmm.
data comes in. Second, you have to understand that what data you have to feed to your specific machine learning algorithm so that it can learn new things. Then comes the above layer, that is the AI.
Hmm.
So AI is a topmost layer, but below AI there is deep learning, neural networks. There are a lot of things which comes into picture.
True. Okay. All good.
Hmm.
How we meet?
Huh?
How we meet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I said, I have been one of the best part of my life is I actually rely and believe that you should have a mentor, and mentor should not be like you are making a mentor for 6 months and you will forget it. It should not be. Once a mentor is always a mentor. Today, suppose if I am a YouTuber, you come to me while I am having 10,000 followers or subscribers at my end, and at that time you are having 1,000, right? At that time you took mentorship from me, right? And once you grow to 1 lakh, that does not mean you forget your mentor. Mentor is always a mentor. When you are going for suggestions, a good mentor, even though you are successful, he will be more happy than you.
Yes.
So the first thing, have good mentors. I have very good mentors. One mentor I spoke about is Ridhima. So she's one of my mentor. Another mentor that I would say that is Sandeep. Sandeep is 2 years younger than me. Still, it does not matter to me. A mentor is a mentor to whom you can talk, and a mentor is not that guy to whom you will come and say that this is not working out. Can you please do this for me? He will never help you in that. He is just the guy who will say that you have to go left or right. That is what a mentor you should have.
Actually, even before that, it's not like you should go left and right. What are the benefits of like pros and cons if you go left? What is the pros and cons? Right, you decide what is best use case for you.
Yes.
That's what you do when you do
Yes.
mentors.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the topic. People will say, "Yeah, the bhagare idhar
Okay.
udhar."
Okay.
Main
So,
point पे आओ. Uh,
when I started as a community
hmm,
builder program, so as soon as I started as a community builder,
hmm,
for first 3 to 4 quarters, I was awarded as top 25
hmm,
contributor as an AWS community builder,
hmm.
back to back, which was well appreciated by Jason. Then, based on my contribution, there was a APJ summit, which happened for India for the first time, which
Not
was in
India.
Oh, sorry. That happened for the entire APAC
Yes,
region, for
APAC
the
region.
APAC
Yes,
region for the first time, which was hosted in Bangkok, Thailand, I
Thailand,
would say.
Thailand. Yes.
So I went to Thailand. I was actually been invited based looking at my contribution as a AWS community builder. There I met Sandeep. There I met so many people, so big influencers, whom I am actually just reading their post, liking their post. Uh, Even if I before that I would have messaged Sandeep. Sandeep won't know that who is Dheeraj because he has so many messages. But as I said,
Hmm.
personal one-to-one connect takes you at other
Yes.
place. So you can see one of the example. So this was a personal one-to-one connect when we met at the APAC summit, which
Hmm.
was in 2022.
19, no, not 22, sorry. You see, I forgot the year
2022, yeah,
also. So
it
many.
was in 2022 in October.
I think
Over
2 years
there,
back, right? You
yeah, two
forgot,
years
sorry.
back over there we met. And not only this, I got opportunity to meet the program manager of Community Builder, which was Jason. Apart from that, a lot of people from developer marketing, many people who are the product owners. So a kind of networking that grew from there. So from there I met Sandeep. Then I went live with Sandeep a lot of times, and I understood that if I want to grow, I need a mentor. So I always used to come back to him that, Dada, I am doing this. What do you think? And he will say that yes or no. That's it. Never in my life I asked him that I want to become a hero, and never in his life he told me that Dheeraj, do this, you will become a hero, or I will help you. Never. I used to tell him that Sandeep, I am doing this. He would say, you are doing this. It is a basic level thing. Go to the next level. Sandeep, I have done a YouTube video. He used to watch the YouTube video when he has time. It can be 1 day, 2 day, or 1 month, based on his availability. Then he used to give
You
feedback
know my
that,
availability very well.
yeah, yeah. So then he used to give me feedback that
Yes.
the quality is not good, the sound is not good, this is not good. Use this, use that. So that is how I got mentorship from Sandeep. So that is how we met. So we met as part of the community program. That's why I love community so much.
Yes.
And that was the AWS Community APAC Summit in 2022.
And if you think like after that, the connect will grow with you, with Vishal
Yes.
and others. we keep coming. I mean, I keep coming to Pune, and of course you came to Kolkata as well. Like this is the connect part that I always have to explain in different event meetups that you should go. You should go that. Um, you should go and meet with people.
Yes.
Okay, wherever possible.
Yeah.
Go. I mean, if you can't go to international, it's fine, but go to the local at least. There you can go, right? Easy. Just from here 1 hour, 2 hour. That's not a problem. If of course based on your work timing and all that. But most basically it's on weekends, right? So they can manage if they want to.
So there is one question on LinkedIn, Sandeep.
Oh,
Would you like to take that?
Yes, yes. Just highlight it.
I will just highlight that
Just
question.
highlight. Yes. Just click on. Okay, I will do it. Don't worry. Yes.
Okay. That's, I think so that question is for you.
Oh, is it?
The DevOps
Okay,
part.
hello. I have good knowledge of AWS service of GUI. How can you start via the ISE like Terraform and EKS? Any video link? Yeah. If you go to my channel, there is of course link. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, there is a link. And not just me. I will not just me because I made the video 2 years back. There could be many features there. Okay. If any, like say Andrew Brown for example, he always releases free content, good content, and recent content. You can check his video also, and just go to YouTube and see what is the most like opinionated good video. Of course, based on the views and likes and of course feedbacks. You go there. If you're not getting there good enough, you go to Udemy and just for 500 rupees, 400 rupees, you get a good course. Try it. See, just watching and just seeing things will not work. You to learn all this thing, and of course, GUI is not enough. Killer is no more exist in our life. We always, as a cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, you have to do automation. Okay, of course, you have to learn all that thing. The thing is that what you learn, you have to practice. A lot of practice can perfection is another level, but at least you'll be able to work with production projects if you have enough practice. Okay, so that at least try to get that level, learn and practice. Learn from wherever you think is possible for you to learn and practice wherever it's possible. That is, I think, the good option for you.
And the input from my end would be your question says that you have good knowledge from AWS from the GUI perspective.
so
That means you are saying
console.
from AWS console.
Console, yes.
So if you have good knowledge from AWS console and if you want to implement that from ISE, there would be a learning curve which would be required. So you need to decide which tool you are going to focus upon. Is it going to be AWS CloudFormation or it is going to be Terraform?
I will say go with the multi-cloud option first. Terraform is open.
Yes.
It was fully open source by the way. Then there is OpenTofu is there. So you can learn from the Terraform because the most of the project in production and in market will be on Terraform. Maybe when everyone move to OpenTofu, if it happens, then based on the future circumstances you move. But it will be all similar, I think, because same folk, right?
So if you're looking for Terraform, there are many good videos that you can see from Nana.
Yes, Nana is good.
Nana is very good.
Video
creator. Abhishek is there. Then there is. I have actually also done a series from beginners to advanced,
That is also
in
good.
which I have done 10 videos. But my series is not going to tell you that what is variables, what is arguments, what is attributes. It is going to tell you that how you have to use it. So it is a kind of practical learning. But if you want to start with the learning of understanding the basic concepts, you can go to those tutorials who are teaching it at a very basic level. Whenever you're going to learn that, the first and foremost thing that you should look for is please make sure that you are reading the AWS. You are reading the Terraform official documentation.
Yes, that's
Even if it be it any technology that you're learning, that is Terraform, it is AWS, it is Python. Just make sure that you have good knowledge of understanding the official documentation. Because when I many times when I take interview and I ask people the Terraform question, the basic question when I ask them what is attribute in Terraform, they don't know. What is interpolation in Terraform, they don't know. So what are functions in Terraform, they don't know. The reason for that is they have never actually visited the official documentation. Everything is over there. Now if I talk about Python Boto 3, if you ask somebody what is Python Boto 3 in terms of scripting, they are hesitant, they don't know. Okay, Python Boto 3 is having all the structures of the code as methods in our official documentation. If I tell you go ahead and do this activity for me, go to the official documentation, copy that specific piece of method from there, you decide what arguments or parameters you have to use over there, and you write your code.
True.
So make sure that you have the grip of the basic knowledge, and side by side you are parallelly also making sure that you know the documentation. It will definitely help you to crack interviews, because the interviews which happens, they actually look for both of them. They want to see that you know the basic knowledge as well as how you are well connected with
Theory,
the
okay,
latest contents
all
and
together.
uh, their official things. So I think that question is done.
Hmm.
So do we
Okay.
have any other questions,
Yeah,
Sandeep?
I think I will ask you guys. I already see more than 100 people watching,
Okay.
which is good. Now you guys go ahead and ask the question because I mean we're covering what are the topics we decided to cover. But you guys go ahead and ask any question that you have in your mind. Feel free to ask. Dheeraj is there, I am there. We are sitting in our home. We have no hurry to go anywhere. So just go ahead and ask, and we'll simply answer from our experiences and maybe like, honestly we'll
Yes,
say.
yes.
Now one thing I want to talk about is that YouTube is rich 100K, right?
Hmm.
So the congratulations for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got mine because you don't silver button. Now, what are the impact is making to the students' life and the professional lives?
So right now, when I reached to 100K, it was a journey for me. It was a learning journey where I was sharing knowledge, but from the comments that I used to get, I was
Mm.
learning new things. So many times I have got some comments which is saying that this is missing,
Mm.
and I have
Constructive feedback.
yeah, and I have taken it as a constructive feedback, and day by day I have changed my content accordingly. And now from the comments that I am getting,
Mm.
and now right now from last 3 months, actually I am taking feedback from people that what kind of content they are looking for.
And okay, I think that's the one thing.
Yeah.
How about the editing time and all that? People don't know what
Yeah.
is the time it takes. Just
So
enlighten them.
see, if you are a working professional, in that case, if you're a working professional, in
Mm.
that case, what happens that if you're recording a video, already it's taking a lot of time and efforts. But uh, when you are a working professional, a lot of time you are investing over there, then you don't have time for editing because it takes a lot of time, and that is again a skill that you have to learn. If you learn
Yes.
that skill, for sure it is going to benefit you. But now trust me, I am trying to get into that editing part because many a times many of the things are not required, like uh, when you're talking, the silent parts, actually it reduces the video. It
Mm.
brings more engagement, so that thing is also important. So from the editing part, I won't say much. I am not that good editor. That is the reason my videos are at a very basic
Same. I
level.
mean, I also learned while doing all these things. But we have. I mean, okay. I want to highlight something.
But before that, if your editors suggest me any good editing
Yeah,
tool
yeah. He's looking for one.
that I should start learning,
Yes.
I have not started the journey of journey into the editing part. But yes, if you know, comment in the comment down that what
Or just
I
directly
should start with.
reach out to him. You know, his like LinkedIn profile already attached. He's a speaker also, or in the YouTube maybe I will add the description. So just reach out to him and just if you're a good video editor, just reach out to him and actually looking for one.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be good
Yeah.
opportunity,
Yes.
right?
And I think Sandeep, we have
One
a question
question. Yeah,
from
please go
yes,
ahead and
Sandeep.
ask. Okay, let me add it if you having
Okay.
difficulties.
No, no,
No,
no
this
worries.
next one. Yes, this one. Just click on. I think yeah, that's okay.
Hi
What is
Sandeep
it?
and Dheeraj,
Mm.
what do you think about future of cloud and DevOps engineer after 10 years? Maybe. Do you think technology will change, or we think that if we are good in AWS and Python, Jenkins, Ansible, it makes our future strong? So the answer from my end is, to be honest, I don't know. The technology curve is so sharp nowadays. Today, if something is at the top level, maybe that will go to the bottom level. So what I would suggest is, if you want to grow and survive into the IT domain, you have to be top notch in understanding that what is going on in the industry. Keep yourself relevant to what exactly new technologies are coming in, and there would be constant learning. So if you know this technology, for sure this will not die, but to this additional skills would be required. So for example, suppose you are talking about AWS. So in AWS also there are different projects which comes into picture. There is a project which would be more onto the solution architecture side. There is a project which would be more onto deployment side. Then there is a project which will be more on data engineering side. Then there is a project which would be on streaming side, video side, a lot of things, different domain, healthcare and all those stuffs. So catch one domain where you have to grow, and based on that domain, whatever innovations are coming in, you have to be top notch onto understanding that what is going to be the future, and along with your current skills which you are already honing by working onto that on daily basis, you can add that additional skill to this. That would be my input.
Okay.
Sandeep, over to
I
you.
I will have a whatever you say is good options. I will in just addition to that I will say something. Okay. I started a PHP programmer.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
why I moved to JavaScript after that?
Right.
Because PHP market was overcrowded. People was not willing to pay more. Then when I was JavaScript engineer, I'm talking about the many years back. Okay, then I see, okay, JavaScript is also getting filled up, and I'm not getting that good payment from the payment offer from the clients. Then I moved to, okay, other Python and then cloud. So my strategy always been, and that how I stay relevant in all these years and achieve some of the things, is that I stayed relevant to the current market demands, and I make myself mold into that. Think about the economy. I was a BCom student, okay?
Hmm.
So I will think about the economy. If in any market for something, the demand is high but the supply is low, you will fetch a very good price.
Hmm.
You'll get very good money for that. But if it's reverse, if there is too much supply and very less demand, what will happen?
Hmm.
That particular thing will become pointless because everybody will have it, but nobody want it because they have already many. So think about that way. Develop skills, or always learn skills that is rare, that can fetch you higher, and you have to think about the future. Always, maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, you think that might grow up. You do your own research and then come with that. That's what I've been doing. Okay. I always stay in the market because I think there are many people who follow me from last 10 years also.
Hmm.
I have met with many of them. This and this, you started with PHP, then you moved to JavaScript as a full stack engineer, then you moved to cloud, and I saw the entire journey. What do you say about all this? I mean, he's curious. Why I keep changing? I just simply, I'm good at the economy part. Of course, development also have to good at it, how to survive that way. I'm good at learning also. So sometimes it takes time, sometimes it doesn't take time. But I will learn if I'm interested in learning that. So just learn it, the demanding, the training parts, then utilize it as much as possible, and then make money with it. That is my thing.
One real life example,
Mm.
I would say that if I take example of Jenkins,
Mm.
so as I am working in the service based company, I work on multiple projects. So what I have seen that people who were using Jenkins, some of them are actually moving ahead from Jenkins because it has a lot of limitations. They are moving to GitHub Actions or the GitHub kind of automation which is required. That is one example for continuous integration or delivery. Then another client I saw that they are moving from Jenkins to GitLab CI/CD, and GitLab CI/CD
Mm.
is actually making very good progress in terms of this DevOps field. So, based on your experience, you will only understand that what is the industry trend and where it
Yes,
is
yes.
going. Another example, I would say that I was working for one of the client, and what I saw is whatever codes they were having into Lambda functions and all, they were actually migrating all that code to Python. The reason for that is a change. They know that what is the trend, the new resource that they want to
Now,
hire.
Lambda function is written in what? JavaScript or something?
Yeah, it is using JavaScript.
I
All
knew
the
it.
Lambda functions are using JavaScript. So
They want to move to Boto 3.
yeah, and they have moved that to Boto 3.
Boto 3.
Okay. So these kinds of stuffs would happen. It will evolve. And from that learning only, you have to understand that, okay, I have to learn this
Guru
because
asked a very good
the
question
company
also.
is
We'll
going
come
to,
to that, of course. Mm.
yes, I will just
I don't know, that's okay. You can hide
writing
it.
down. Yeah, I will
Guru
hide that.
asked here, okay? So, Guru asked that, hi guys, what are the new technologies coming? So, anyone in the cloud and DevOps says what should be the learning next? What do you say? What are the tools, what are the things they should learn?
So nowadays, what I have seen that companies moving a lot towards your understanding as a developer or a person who is working onto cloud, that how well you understand the security perspective based for the
Mm.
implementation that you're doing. So if you are not that strong into understanding the security part, you have to be, because whenever you're going to work in a production environment, the first thing that you will have to understand is the networks. You should know
Yes.
that.
The core part everyone should
Yeah,
know.
so
Core is
this kind
important.
of thing I have seen missing in people. Focus on the core parts. You should be very thorough with knuckles, WAF, Route 53, what kind of traffic comes in, goes out. This is the topmost priority that I have seen. That a person should learn from the basic level. But on the next level, I would say that what kind of innovation you can bring in that company is looking for. So, for example, if there is a job that you're running, which is taking a lot of time, instead of that, can you bring any automation by using a Gen AI service? So, for
Mm.
example, if there is a report which is coming in while you are uh, and getting dropped into S3, after that, a person is going that reading that report. So instead of that, you're processing that report, you are feeding it to Amazon Bedrock, and that Amazon
Mm.
Bedrock is going ahead reading that based on the model that you have
To
selected.
save the time.
Yes,
That's the fact.
how you're saving the time, how you're bringing the innovation. So that is what the company is looking for,
Hmm.
that I have seen. And that innovation should also not be at a big cost. So
That is the cost part is also very
yes,
important. People
so
don't
whatever
people
you
ignore
implement,
that part.
yeah, whatever you implement, it should be 360
Hmm.
degree understanding of you being an engineer, that you have to understand the cost implication, you have to understand the security behind it, and you have to understand that if you are at point A and you want to take it to point B, what are the benefits
Hmm.
and what are the drawbacks
Right.
compared to the current automation.
True.
Yes,
True. So
Sandeep, over to you.
mainly AI parts. I mean that also my same thing. I think you already know what are tools and everything. Just go and search, you will find it.
Hmm.
I will not add anything new. Mainly the thing is that AI technologies are coming where you have to be aware of all that
Hmm.
and how using AI you can reduce your work timings. Like if you're before AI you're delivering something in 8 hours, you try to use AI tools and all that if possible, and then reduce down to 2 hour, 3 hour.
Hmm.
Sometimes reverse also happens. Some guys just use some code using say 30 minutes and debugging that code it takes 3 days.
Yes.
So both ways possible, but you have to just learn how to use it. Like Google, for example. At our time, there was no such chat GPT, nothing like that, right? We use Google, we keep the Stack Overflow and just somehow fix it.
Hmm.
That is the culture we stayed, we survived. Now it's they feed it to chat GPT or something like that, and it gives the suggestion. That might work, not might work. And the Stack Overflow mostly work for us. But anyway, that's part of our job. Things still are there. If you have a common issue, you can search there, or you can like even Stack Overflow have their own AI and all that.
Okay.
So everything is there. So just mainly utilize tools to reduce the time. That's the point I was making. Tools are there. It will come and go. It's all okay. Just use the latest tools and technologies. That's the
So there is one more comment.
thing.
Let me
Yeah,
get that on board.
I think this is the one.
So this is a good question, which Ramandeep was asking. Dheeraj, what after
AWS
AWS
Hero.
Hero? How future will look like for
For
AWS Hero?
AWS Hero.
See,
Yes.
this question you should first ask to Sandeep
I think.
Das, who is a hero from last 3 years. So, uh, from my perspective, after becoming a hero, I am getting opportunity uh, to get involved into many of the forums from AWS where I can contribute by giving my feedback onto any specific service, how it is working, how not it is
Mm.
working, what can be improved. So always a good person who wants to improve the service, they want to take constructive feedback, and based on that constructive feedback they want to improve it. So being a hero, that is one thing that I am really fascinated. Apart from that, I have been meeting a new group of people, which is a new network for me, where people are next level. Somebody has created a website, somebody has started a startup, somebody is doing something next level. So this, I am interacting with these people and I am learning something new. For me, I am having zero knowledge onto startups and something, but by interacting and networking with these people, I am understanding that if I want to go into that phase, what should I do? Is it right or wrong for me? So those people have implemented that. Somebody has done it, taken to next level. Somebody has failed. So I am getting all those experiences. So
Okay.
being a hero, I actually got that new learning from that specific network.
Okay. If you can just highlight that question from Bilal.
Okay.
I think it's a good question. Okay. So
Mhm.
what are the click on from Bilal question is that thank you for someone who just started with Terraform. What kind of projects to start with? Just start with the Terraform. What kind of project they should try?
So, basic project that you are trying, what I have seen that people are actually going ahead and installing services. So, different kinds of services. So, don't go for basic services like installing AC2 instance or something. When you are starting, try to implement that in a structured format. Try to see that if you can implement a two-tier application, three-tier
Twitter
application,
application. Yeah, that should
or
be.
there are many good videos by many of the YouTubers who are actually making the learning project based. So that project based learning is so your question is to how to start with the two-tier or three-tier application. There you will get end-to-end flow that the
Hmm.
company wants you to understand. So that
Okay.
is from my end. Sandeep, you want to add something for Bilal?
I would say I think whatever the point you say already good enough. What I would say, let's start.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about it. Just start. There are
No,
three types.
he
Yeah,
has
I must
started.
say
He's saying that
start
what
it.
kind of project I should
Right.
do.
I'm just saying start and you search, you will find more requirement. Okay. Two tier, three tier are the very good starting point, and try to actually work on the real life project if possible. That will be the uncompatible solution. You develop, you do normal testing and all is fine, but unless you face the actual production issues, you don't learn real
And
life.
search for GitHub repositories where
That's
people have
important.
contributed. I
Yes.
know one of the hero, Anton. He has actually a
Very, very good.
very good
Anton
work into Terraform.
is Terraform to the power max.
Yes,
Anton is great, man. Okay,
Anton. Yeah.
his module everyone used.
Yes,
So he's a
he's creating custom
extreme good guy.
modules. He's providing all kind of codes. So very and the documentation is so thorough. The README file, if you see, that Anton is going ahead and providing is awesome.
Right.
So I myself refer a lot of code, and if I get into any of the hiccups, someday I will also reach out to him. So this is one of the example. You might get more contributors also who are doing it on open source.
Right.
So
Okay.
next question, sir.
Yeah, that I already highlighted that. So
Varun
Varun is asking that I'm DevOps engineer. I'm in learning phase. Also, so that I want to know that I need to work with the MNC company or non-MNC, which you guys suggested. So you work for MNC or non-MNC? Multinational company or I don't know
See,
if I will word company.
no,
Sorry.
no, it's not like that. So I will just read the question one again.
Okay.
That I am a DevOps engineer and I am learning phase. Also, I just want to know that I need to work with MNC company or non-MNC. See, first of all, if you're a DevOps engineer in the learning phase, first understand what is your niche. If you're in DevOps engineer, what kind of target area you have, release you're going to focus upon, integration you're going to focus upon, how you're going to integrate, which company you're going to target for, it is going to be the next level. So your starting phase would be complete your learning, and the next phase would be MNC or non-MNC, doesn't matter. Okay, previously there was a myth at our time. I am a old timer where we used to search for MNCs like Wipro,
We're 90s
Infosys, and all.
kids.
Yeah,
So we
90
thought that
kids.
okay,
But
MNCs are
but
stable.
but nowadays I actually have met a lot of people. One guy working with me in EPAM. This guy is from startup. He's massive. He's having 4 to 5 years of experience. But trust me, he will give a tough fight to a 10-year experienced guy. So from learning perspective, if you want to go to next level, I would say that it doesn't matter what kind of company you're going to go in. What does matters is whenever you're going to go in interview and you're cracking the interview, ask them that what kind of project you are going to work upon. Is that project aligned with the learning that you're doing? Because many a times people ask you that come as a DevOps engineer, then they will go ahead and tell you, do you have to do a support? That is not going to add to your
That
learning.
is the reality, man.
So that I
So
would
they will
say.
hire as a DevOps engineer, they ask you to do operations.
Yes.
So that's one thing. That's the reality. And okay, because you work on a company and I work as freelancer. So if you work as a startup company, you have from the beginning to end, you will be handling this. For MNC, I will say, particular area you'll be assigned, you have to work on it. So if you want to do work on various things and gain more knowledge and utilize and elevate that, startups. If you want more a stable lifestyle, stable source of money, and not much hassle. Okay, in startup is hassle because you have project now, you might not have project next day. That kind of risk is always there. Okay, unless you're a key resource. But for MNC, you some form of stability, but these days are layoffs are like कौन कंपनी छोड़ रहा है एवरी कंपनी डूइंग ले ऑफ लाइक गंगा में जल रहा है सब ले ऑफ कर रहे हैं हाथ धो लो निकाल लो सबको सो लाइक go out from the
See,
company.
even if it is layoff, you don't have to stop fighting. Start learning something new. Implement some project. There are a lot of projects that people have done and dropped on GitHub.
GitHub, YouTube, LinkedIn.
Take
everywhere
reference from that. Do it by yourself. I have seen
No
many
copy
YouTubers-
paste.
Yeah,
No
I
copy
have seen
paste.
many YouTubers. They are nowadays moving towards project-based learning. They are trying to create videos based on the project, which is going to help you.
Yes.
So learn from that YouTubers. They are actually putting a lot of efforts for you guys to learn for
Lot of efforts.
project-based learning.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So please.
Any
look-
example of such people?
There are many people who are.
Okay,
doing it.
you don't give any
So,
particular
yeah.
example.
So if see, to be honest, if I take particular names, it should not be like I am promoting one
Yes.
person and one not. Whoever are doing, they are doing giving their
Yes.
best. So follow based on the interest that you have. So there are many people. I don't want to be biased. So if you want to follow me, if you like my content, follow me. If you like Sandeep, follow Sandeep.
They're
If you
already
like,
following
if you
me.
like,
They're in the content,
yeah,
right?
if you like
So they're
someone
already here.
else XYZ, that research you have to do.
Yes.
Look 1 or 2 videos of everyone. See what is
What is
suitable
your
for you.
comfortability?
Yes.
Because people there are people who say that you're fast is
Yeah.
very easy to quick.
Yes.
There are slow, like some people don't want the fast content, slow content. It's all choices, I think. Okay, it's there, it's choices. whatever content you feel you are learning from, focus on that.
Correct.
Everything will have a pros and cons. Everybody, like even it's a very good content or great content, some people like it, some people dislike it.
Yes.
You just, even if you're a future content creator, think about it. If you even give 1000%, there will be some negative feedback. So just deal with it, and don't even deal with it. Just do your focusing on getting more content. That's I will suggest.
See, if I give my example, so I will take example of Udemy. Okay, when I want to buy a course on Udemy, they give you 4 to 5 videos. Okay, what people do is they read the description. What I do is actually I watch those 4 to 5 videos. It takes time for me to select a course for around 4 to 5 days because I watch videos from different people. For some people, uh, the easy learning from the video perspective for them is into native language. Somebody wants to learn in Hindi, somebody wants to learn
Yes.
in Bengali, somebody wants to learn into Marathi. So that gives them comfort, right? But when you see, understand what you is best for you, then only you will go ahead. So in same, I gave example of Udemy, the same you can apply for DevOps. So many people creating content, so which language you like, that is the first thing, because that puts you in the comfort zone. And what helps you understand more, right? So if it is English, go for that person. And once you select that person, uh, listen 1 or 2 videos, because many a times someone's intonation and vocabulary, or the kind of English that they're speaking, you're not comfortable with that,
Yeah,
right?
that's possible. Like we are like, see, we are not native English speaking
Yes,
people.
yes.
Like
So
पैसा नहीं था भाई अपने पास नहीं था. I mean, we
yeah.
don't have the money.
So
For you and
no, no.
me, I think the same
So
same
it's
right.
not about how they are
Yes.
speaking, it's about how you are understanding.
Right.
So it's not about they don't know English, it's about are you able to understand whatever English they are speaking, or whatever tone they are you able to understand?
End goal, if you are understanding, that is good enough. Okay.
Because if I talk about Hindi, like when I was learning phase, I used to love content from Technical Guftugu. That guy used to teach with shairi and all, and I still love the way he teaches. So
Yes.
so that is one example, Hindi, that was for me at that time. Now I prefer more English content. So what content you like, based on that you
Basically, you
can
should be
decide.
very good session there. Okay.
So
And
I
also,
think there are some questions,
okay,
Sandeep.
love your videos, Sandeep bro. Thank you. I think yes, it's good to give an example. By the way, Guru is a very senior engineer. Okay, I mean, this is the intro. I mean, maybe I think we had a
See, I
session.
have heard a lot of thing
Yes,
about
you
Guru.
missed
You
him.
can share
Okay,
that with the
so
audience.
whatever Guru feedback shares, please like, respect the thing, and then you make your own decision. I would say. Okay, but Guru always share very good content. On all the views are very good. So, for example, the EKS, RDS, LB theta application should be a good example to
Yes.
start with. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think we are. I think yes, from the. You want to highlight? Let me. Sure. Okay. I don't want to highlight it.
Okay. That's it. Thanks, Dheeraj
I think
Chowdhury
we are
and
already
Sandeep,
1 hour. I think
for great
it's
discussion
okay.
and provide insights on DevOps. And yeah, thanks,
So thank you for
Ramandeep.
staying. I
We
think
hope you liked, and
still
yeah,
100 people are live.
yeah,
Like 40 on YouTube and see 60 on.
yes,
I think, so it's good enough. Okay, people are engaged from the beginning to end.
correct.
No draw. It's good enough. Okay, I know it's a short span that we announced because
Yes.
it was kind of sudden,
Yeah.
but it's good enough. We started. We share our views, and if you guys have any question directly to Dheeraj, you can go and like, he has his own channel. I will try to put in description. You can go his channel. He's active on LinkedIn. Try to unless he become more than 80, 80 because see, the more messages received, it's very hard to do. But still, I think you have the scope. If you just try to reach him out, he will answer. I will also answer, by the way. It's not like American thing. People actually mean answer. Sandeep, like, oh, that person was saying, like, we messaged you. But it's very hard to answer. I will try. I will try my best. But sometimes it's
Yes.
many
No,
person.
I know people are nowadays, people are very matured. They understand that if somebody is not replying, that person
Not
might be
as
busy.
serious, right?
I have seen that positive vibe from all the people or
Yes,
followers.
true.
So I don't, we don't have to extend that saying again to them. I am sure they'll understand.
Yes.
But thank you guys for staying so long,
This
and
long.
we hope our inputs might help
Might
you.
help you.
But if you have any questions, reach out to us.
See, I think Nirmal was saying hello, hello. I mean, yeah, Nirmal's good. Hi,
Hello, Nirmal.
Nirmal.
So
Das,
Nirmal from Surat.
please bring your daughter. What is she's outside and doing naughtiness. So we lock our door, otherwise she'll come, Papa, Papa, and she will just pull everything out.
Yeah.
So we just do the safeguard of our systems and all that. Okay. Okay. I see Dheeraj. person. Dheeraj was doing yoga. Arey, yoga story.
Yeah, actually, Sandeep invited me and he took me to one specific center,
Vedam.
which was very
Yes.
eco-friendly place,
Eco tourism.
where he told me that try this
And
thing.
very nearby from my home.
Yeah, I told him
That's the
that I
reason.
am a bit burnt out, so he told me that try this yoga or stay in this kind of environment. So usually people say, for different countries, somebody says, Habibi, come to Dubai. So Sandeep called and told me that Babu Moshai, come to Kolkata. So I came to Kolkata and he is my host. So very happy and fascinated
So
about
how do you
that.
like it? Like it?
So it's good. It's good. It's not that much city type environment.
Hmm.
It is, you can say,
Mix.
more greenery.
Yes. That's true.
So and people are very sober and welcoming, I would say, in Kolkata.
True.
So I
think
think
that
we
is
are on
it. I think
time.
yeah, we
Yeah.
are done.
So
Thank
we
you everyone for
yeah
staying this long. It's a
yes
very long time.
yeah.
If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. If you want any feedback, anything that you want to ask, please go ahead and ask. We'll definitely answer when you get a chance. Okay. So bye bye. See you again in my next video.
Next week.
Ta-da.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.